testimony of God's great love in action.
About 20 years ago, I was in a very bad car accident and was told I would never walk again. My entire right leg was crushed. Everything under my knee was crushed. And I was told that I was going to be paralyzed on my right leg, that walking would never happen for me again, that I would not be able to raise my son without assistance, I wouldn't be able to drive a car without assistance, and that to prepare to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I felt unseen. It felt like God had completely given up on me, yet I knew that he loved me from what I was taught. I just felt as if God was like, you won't listen, so I'm done. I wash my hands of this situation with you, and so this is what the consequences are. And because of that, I felt like God decided to just not deal with me anymore. What kept me going was my mother and my son. But the thing with my mom that kept me going was my mother was a prayer warrior. And I told her about how I felt when I would go to physical therapy, how it felt like they were training me to accept the fact that there is no possibility of me walking again. She came home and said, God told me that you're going to be able to drive again. And at that point, I thought she was really crazy. I was like, I was in a car accident, so I know that I'm not going to be able to drive again. She comes home a couple weeks later and says, Shannon, come on, we're going to get in the car and drive today. We argued for about a good hour, and then I finally said, okay, well, if God told you do it, if he said I can do it, if you want to get in this car with me and we get in the accident, Mom, then so be it. It's fine, it's fine. And I go get in the driver's seat of the car, and I put my foot on the gas, and I'm like, I can't even reach it. Something in me told me use my left foot to extend my right foot. I used my left foot to extend my right foot, and the brake pushed down, and I was able to go ahead and start the car. My mother said, now drive around our block 2 times. I was able to drive around the block 2 times. So here we are. We are now 20 years later, and I'm a whole realtor. I'm running up and down steps, walking through church, volunteering. I'm doing it all. If I could wrap my entire testimony into one truth about Jesus, it's that he's a way maker. And that he loves you, even when you don't love yourself. That he will make ways even out of the worst situations for you to still see him and for him to still get glory. I'm about to break down. If Jesus was sitting in front of me right now, I would thank him for not letting me die when I wanted to die. But I thank God that even though I didn't want to be here, I thank him for saying, you may not see it, but I see it. And I'm not going to let you go. I'm not going to let you make a decision to take your own life. And I'm not going to take you. So God, I thank you for loving me and giving me a chance and keeping me, because it was only you that did it. And I thank you.